Good day, guys. Today we're looking at factorizing by HCF when the value in front is in negative. First thing I need to tell you, whenever the value in front is in negative, it will have two methods. So we're going to look at both methods today. So let's look at method 1. It says given negative PQ plus 44PR plus 32PS. So I first have to, since I'm using HCF, I have to break them down into their prime factors. So 8PQ is going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times P times Q. 24PR is going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times P times R. And 32PS is going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times P times S. Notice what they have in common are 3 of the 2's and the 1P. So therefore the HCF is 8P. So we rewrite the question negative 8PQ plus 24PR plus 32PS equals, I take out the HCF which is the 8P and I divide each of them by that. So open bracket negative 8PQ over 8P plus 24PR over 8P plus 32PS over 8P, close the bracket. Remember to close that bracket. Equal under equal, 8P open bracket, negative 8 divided by 8 is obviously negative 1. The P's cancel, leaving me with Q. Bring down the plus sign, 24 divided by 8 is 3. The P's cancel, leaving me the R, plus 32 divided by 8 is 4. Cancel the P, leaves the S, close the bracket. Right? Now let's look at method 2. In method 2, we still have the same question, negative 8PQ plus 24PR plus 32PS. But this time when I factorize, I'm going to bring the sign along with it. So it's not going to be just 8P, but negative 8P, which is negative 2 times 2 times 2 times P times Q. Positive 24PR, and whenever you have a positive, you always are going to use a negative 1, and then whatever number you use as a negative. So in this case, I use negative 2 for the first one. So for the second one, I'll have negative 1 times the negative 2. That's what gives us the positive for the 24, times 2 times 2 times 3 times P times R. Similarly, positive 32PS, we're going to do the same thing. So we'll start with a negative 1 times the negative 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times P times S. So in this case then, therefore the HCF, the negative 2 is common, then the 2 and the other 2, as well as the P. So the HCF is negative 8P. So we go back to the question. Negative PQ plus 24PR plus 32PS equals, so what is the HCF? Negative 8P. So negative 8P, open bracket, negative 8PQ over negative 8P, positive 24PR over negative 8P, positive 32PS over negative 8P. Close the bracket. So equals negative 8P open brackets, and negative divided by a negative is a positive. The 8's cancel, the P's cancel, leaving me with Q. You don't need to put the 1 for the Q, you can put it as simply Q if you want. A positive divided by a negative is a negative. 24 divided by 8 is 3. Cancel the P's, leaving you with R. A positive divided by a negative once again is a negative. 32 divided by 8 is 4. P's cancel, leaving you with S, and you close the bracket. So note, the answers are relatively similar but not the same. And this happens because there will be sometimes in the later grouping that the positive over there could be the answer, or in a case like this where the negative would be the best suitable to be the answer. Thank you.